so we can dispense with the mic check for a second. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good.
All right, doing okay? Come on, how you doing? West Harlem.
West Harlem.
Not for sale.
Not for sale.
West Harlem.
West Harlem.
Not for sale.
Not for sale.
125th Street.
Not for sale.
125th Street.
Not for sale.
126th Street.
Not for sale.
West Harlem.
Not for sale.
Workers' rights.
Not for sale.
Workers' safety.
Not for sale.
Workers' lives.
Not for sale.
West Harlem.
Not for sale.
West Harlem.
Not for sale.
But what are we going to do here? Occupy! That's right. Who feels like occupying? All right. Who feels like occupying? All right. Who wants to occupy West Harlem? Everybody's hands should be up. Twinkle. There you go. We're going to occupy. Tuck it away. We're going to occupy because we're going to occupy here, not Columbia University.
Yes.
West Harlem.
Yes.
Not for sale.
Yes.
All right, Tom DeMont from the Coalition to
Confused
Preserve
Community.
Coalition to Preserve Community. All right. Thanks everybody for coming out. First, I'd like to take a moment of silence for the yet another worker who died this morning in the construction of the Harlem graveyard over here. So let's take a moment to think about him. Okay, for those of you who don't know it, in Ann Whitman's building a little earlier, another worker was killed, believed to be from working for the same crew who supposedly Columbia got rid of, and now they're back again, this construction crew called Breeze. Now, don't quote me on this because I don't have all the details, so I'm kind of laying out a little bit of through the grapevine stuff and not fact, but it's very likely that that's the situation. And yeah, I know it was Breeze this time, but I think it was also Breeze last time. And the way Breeze got their contract last time was through an alleged minority ownership. The guy's wife took the company, and that's how they got the minority ownership. But listen, what we're here today for is to take a shot at Columbia in a way that we haven't done before. And what we want to do is sit by this graveyard and say that you may be digging that hole, but we're not going to go lie down in it.
Yes.
And what we're going to do, and what we're doing right now, what you guys started up at the campus, is we're starting a loud voice to say to the Empire State Development Corporation and to Governor Cuomo that you can't take this property from Spray Reagan. You can't take this property from all those resident buildings that are up there from 133rd Street up. There are 5 buildings up there with 500 people, 500 families, or 500 people, whatever it is. And you've also, in the expansion zone already, they've knocked down 3 buildings where people lived. And that's really significant. But what we're going to do is we're going to say to the Empire State Development Corporation, we're taking this land back, okay? We're going to take this land back, and we're going to give it back to the owner. And we think the same thing. This is a great example for Columbia, because what Columbia should do is they should decide that they're going to share this community like we wanted to do in the 197A community plan. And there's a way they can still do that. You still got all those residents up there. There's still a few places that they haven't knocked down that could meld in a manufacturing and residential concept with this elitist eviction plan that Columbia has now. And so we're here to formally declare now that we are taking over this building, this tuck-it-away building, for the people, against the corporation lackey, Empire State Development Corporation, and Governor Cuomo, on behalf of the private elitist institution, Columbia University.
Yes.
And we are going to take over this piece of land. And we're going to give it back to Spray Reagan. And we want them to give back the land that they plan on taking through eminent domain. Bollinger consistently says that he's not using eminent domain on the residents. Nevertheless, every single one of them were served papers by ESDC that they have to be out in 2018. So that's still, that's still the plan, no matter what kind of doublespeak Bollinger uses. This is about an eviction of residents. And don't forget, there's 5,000 other residents in the displaced area that are facing eviction. So one thing that we want to do, we're going to sleep here. We welcome everybody. We have some room inside. We have bathroom facilities, a few plugs if you want to plug in your computer, but unless we can find a way to rip off some Wi-Fi around here, I'm not sure if we're going to get that. So we're just going to figure out a way to depend on people helping us out and finding a way to feed us, and we're going to stick around here. And we'll be here, 24/7 until whenever, until we made our point, basically. And the last thing I'd like to say is that we're calling on one of the most important parts of a community. Not only is its working class that keeps a city going, but also its artists who keep a city, the people inspired. And what we want to do, if there's any place in the whole entire United States that has artistic symbolism, it's this street that we're on. We're on the west side of it, and it goes all the way over the east side, but it's called 125th Street. And everybody knows that there's not one idea in this whole country that does not keep in mind the culture of 125th Street. It's just a flat-out fact. That's our country. And we want to call on artists, musicians, come out and play. If you got a poem, stick it up on the wall. If you got a picture, stick it up on the wall. We want to let people know that this street is not dying from this goddamn blue wall over here and from the 26 stories that they're putting up here. This street is going to live, and we're going to live here. And Columbia does not in any way, shape, or form, Bollinger, none of them, have the slightest concept of what it means to have a truly diverse community surrounding it. They don't understand the value of Harlem. They don't understand the value of Washington Heights. They don't understand the value of the more mixed area around here. They just don't get it. We're going to get them to get it. And the way we do it is by everybody thinking and acting and playing music and writing, whatever you want to do. Come up with any ideas. And the way we're going to do this occupation is we're going to do it the way they do it down in Wall Street. I don't know if Mara's here, so maybe she can explain that. We'll have she is here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mara. So she can explain kind of how we're going to make the decisions. The key here is that, or whatever you want to explain, and the key here is that we want to let everybody know everybody participates equally, and we're going to do it like that, okay? And we just hope you keep coming back. If you can't stay, come back. We really need you. And we'll be ordering some food in a little while. So stick around for that. So before I bring Mara up, I just want to end the way it all began. Harlem!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
125th Street!
Not for sale!
126th Street!
Not for sale!
Tuck it away!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
St. Mary's Church!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
West Harlem!
Not for sale!
East Harlem!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
Harlem!
Not for sale!
Mirabelle Sisters!
Not for sale!
Harlem Tenant Council!
Not for sale!
The Tenants Alliance!
Not for sale!
St. Mary's Church!
Not for sale!
Reverend Noah Coopercamp!
Not for sale!
property. This is where we're going to stay. We're going to stay here tonight. We're going to stay here tomorrow night. We're going to stay here until our message is brought through. Columbia is not going to drive us out of this community. We're going to stand up. So bring your music, bring your poetry, bring your writing, bring whatever you want, and let's have a good time out of here. Okay?